Cars are on track for practice in less than 48 hours, but the golf carts, they're lined up right now.
Oh, boy.
Back to Jamie, Clint, and Shannon, who will officiate these two.
Yeah, we sure will. A lot of football talk. You guys know that there were 2 Super Bowls held here at
Shannon,
the LA Coliseum.
this isn't a quiz. We came down here to tell you about the track.
And we're having the Super Bowl on Fox. See, so you get a little plug for that.
We moved in on the parade. We built a racetrack in here.
Okay, so if this goes as well as rehearsal went, you guys are in for quite the treat. We're going to have Jamie and Clint here take a couple of laps in our Fox Sports
golf.
4
fresh feel-goods on this baby, Jamie. You're in big trouble.
Listen, what I want you guys to do first lap, I just want you to tell me what drivers are going to be looking at and seeing when they first hit this racetrack at practice tomorrow at 6 p.m., Saturday at 6 p.m. You know, what they're identifying, what they're seeing. Second lap, you guys can have a little fun, all right?
Well, yeah, and Shannon, the most important thing is when you look at an aerial shot of this track, we talk about it being an oval. It's actually shaped like a football.
Yes.
And so that changes the entry that we're going to have down in turn 1. But Clint, for me, being a driver, the perspective I have here is I'm looking at everything around me. It's unbelievable what you see.
This
all right, green,
is right on top of the action, which makes this place so cool, being at the Coliseum, Jamie. But you talked, look how tight these corners are. These straightaways aren't straight like we have at Martinsville. That lends itself, I need to be out here. I need to arc it into the corner. But, oh, I can't do that because you're going to fill that gap.
Yeah,
that is so cool. The other thing is, look how tight the radius is. It's like you're going to hit this wall head on when you come into the entrance of these corners.
Well, and that radius being tight, the drivers are going to want to get as low as they can. We know last year they actually got down below. And, Clint, you get on these speed bumps, and you can actually feel how rough they are.
I don't have to feel it, Jamie. I can hear it.
Extremely rough, but I'm going to try to get a good drive off of this corner, running low. I'm going to exit as straight as I can, trying to get out against the wall, hoping that nobody's on my outside.
Okay, I said it. It looks like you're going to hit this wall head on. How do you get your depth perception? How these drivers are going to do it are these 3 cones you see on the outside of the wall. 3, 2, 1. You can judge your distance and judge from there how deep you can get your car into the corner.
Yeah, driving in, we saw a lot of guys lock up brakes on the entry to these corners, trying to push the car to the limit, knowing what that limit is. You don't want to lock the brakes up. Clint mentioned it. You got to make as late of an entry as you can to make a lap time, but you also at some point have to get a little bit defensive and protect the inside a little bit. Now, Clint, we ran a lap. We saw what the drivers are going to see. Gave a little bit of insight to what the drivers will do when they run a lap all by themselves.
Well,
as we approach the start-finish line, let's run a scenario of how we would set up a pass and kind of things that we saw last year.
Well, I love that because there's 2 different ways, right? You can make lap time around here, but then you got to race. 2 different conversations. If you're racing in these conditions, that means you're going to have to be able to drive it straight in the corner, protect your entrance to the corner, which what's that do? Then you're going to exit high. Then I'm going to be able to do a crossover. But you're holding me out right here. I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to pinch you down to these corners, get you loose down there on them rumble strips you were talking about, pinch it off of the corner of the exit of the corner. That way I can hold it on the outside and try to gain my position back. If I can't, boy, I need to be getting back underneath of you quick and fill this hole before they do it behind you.
Well, and if I'm able to clear you, then I have the decision to make when I get down to turn 3. I'm looking in my mirror. Do I want to get back in behind you? Is there a gap? Is there another car right behind you? A lot of decisions to be made. If I think that I can get down in behind you, then I'm going to try to make the exact same crossover move that you just put on me.
Man, spotters in my ear. They're on you. Protect, protect, protect. I'm down. I'm getting loose. Oh, I can't hold it. That gives you an opportunity here, but it's up for all the marbles. I'm going to run you in the fence every day, all day, and win this, baby, for myself and my team in front of this awesome
Clint,
crowd.
if you do that, you outran the camera guy right there. That's going to be a great option for you.
There ain't nothing I can't do.
I can literally hear Clint inside the race car. Like he probably talked to himself like that. Hey, listen, I know it looks easy when you guys are in these 2 golf carts, but we have 27 race cars out here on Sunday for this main event. I mean, how are you going to make any of that work?
Well, there's a lot of decisions that are going to be made, and you're going to have to figure out, like we said, do you want to fall back in line? Or are you going to race somebody? We saw that last year. We saw Kyle Busch, Joey Logano have a little bit of moving each other. I think that the guys are going to be more aggressive this year because of what they know.
Give and take, methodical. You've got to use your head. You've got to be smart, and you've got to use your tools. What's that? That eye in the sky. He's going to help you make those smart decisions racing and navigating around this tight racetrack.
Did you just say smart and race car driver making smart decisions?
Just toss it
and what
back
about that, Larry? What do you think about that, huh? What are we doing here?
Well, here's what I would say about Clint Bowyer spotter.
he would have a very easy job, because the only way the driver can hear the spotter, the driver has to quit talking every once in a while.
Hey, seriously though, you're a crew chief and you're watching this.